Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you had a good weekend and all that jazz. Kicking off the week with a Monday grind as we do. Now we're already into July. Because we're about halfway through the year now, I just want to do a bit of a recap. We've been going now 6 months on the Monday grind every single day, for this year at least. And it's been absolutely killing it every single week. We've had an abundance of videos. We've never had a week where we've had to scrattle around for this and that, although we have pulled out some old stuff now and again. But that's just because we had it stuck in the queue for ages. Man, the grind scene, more than any other scene this year, is absolutely killing it. We run at least 5 videos, 5 bands every single week. Mostly high quality stuff. There's a bit of jank in there and here and there, but that's part of the grind scene anyway. But yeah, dope bands, dope releases, the year of the grind, I would definitely say this year is. There's no other genre that I could put on 5 bands every single week and still have an abundance of stuff in the queue, new stuff as well that we're pulling out, the freshest stuff. Man, the grind scene, absolutely killing it. We got some new bands to check out today as well. This band's new to the channel at least. MITE, they're called. They're on the Hardcore Worldwide channel, which we don't get too much grindcore from the Hardcore Worldwide channel, so it's nice when we do. The track's called APPARITION. Let's kick off with these guys. Very nice. Fat, dope sounding. Very, very nice. Hopefully they're putting out more videos and we can get them on the channel some more. Now, we've had these guys before, but only once, I think. Geld. Their track is called Secret Prison. Let's give it a spin. that one. Great energy, great overall sound and vibe to that one. Love the drumming, love all the guitarists. Down, now, 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 down, now, now, now. Really nice. And a sick bass tone in the mix as well. Great distortion on the vocal. I'm not sure if I've had these guys on the channel before, on the Pure Noise Records. Chamber. This track's called Hopeless Portrait. Let's give it a spin. Very good, nice. We might have had that other track on the channel actually already. Man, this was nice. I absolutely love the punch and the pop on the snare in this one. Just popped through the mix in the dopest way. Nice old school mathiness and mathcore edge to this one as well. Even in just the tone of the guitars and stuff. Really shredding and mathing out. Sick! The next band is called Bent. They might be new to the channel as well. They're on the Grime War channel. This one's called Wisdom of Owls. We got a couple of tracks of these guys in the queue, so we're going to get to know them a bit more. Here we go. This was a cool one, a different sounding one. Let's see though, this sounds like they're just a three-piece band. There's 3 owls on there as well. But there's no bass in there, it doesn't sound like to me. No, I can't really see on these guys on the page there any details. Yeah, but it didn't sound like any bass, and it did feel like they hadn't compensated for the fact that there wasn't any bass in the mix, at least. And I do think it would be nice to do that. It did feel to me like this track was a sick track. I liked all the movements in the track and everything else, but it felt like the sound was missing bass. It felt like, you know, it was a normal track, just with the bass removed, if you like. And it's always nice when you've not got a member of the band in that way, a standard member of the band, especially with bass, to kind of compensate for that in some way. And what I think I would have done, if just leaving out the bass totally still, would be to add some more low ends to the guitar. One way I've found to do it, that you can do it in the mix, and you can even just do it in a standard mix to just get more low end to the guitars, is actually duplicate the guitars again and octave them down, but then drag the volume right down so they're not as loud as the normal guitars. And you can bring in those lower end octave tones and kind of EQ out the rest and just bring some more low-end body to the guitars, and that somehow compensates for the lack of bass, even though it doesn't feel like, you know, it's as bassy as it would be with bass. It kind of is halfway there, and that makes up for it, and it doesn't feel quite as if it's lacking bass, you know. And I did feel that like that track was dope, but it lacked bass, which is a different kind of thing. The last band we're going to finish off with is Def Club. I friggin' love this band. I hope you guys love this band as well. Old schooly, mathcore edges, but with new school stuff to them as well, but just sounding like they should, in my opinion. This is a live Bridge City session as well, full as a tick. We'll finish off with these guys. Great week on the channel. Proper band. These guys are on a real short list of bands that sound like that and have that energy and come across just sounding proper with it as well. And especially for bands nowadays that sound like that, there is really very few. You know, the old school mathcore scene, with the hardcore jangly guitars, you can see that his jazz master and stuff there. It's a different tone, it's a different thing to the thicker, heavier, chunkier music. Sick drumming in that band as well, really great drummer. I love the vocalist in that band. He's got the loose drunken style, which I love to hear, but also chopping it up and mixing it about as well. Really, really nice. They're a sick band. I wish I'd heard them back in the day as well, kind of in the kind of mid 2000s. These guys would have sounded right at home with the other bands that I was listening to, Daughters and things like that. That's the kind of sound that they've captured, and you just don't hear that anymore. You know, even the great bands like Daughters and stuff just totally moved on from that sound and left it behind. There's really not very many bands, if any, keeping that mantle alive of the original old school mathcore, jangly, hardcore sound. We need more bands with like that. So if you're a band like that, send over your stuff as soon as you can, because we want to check it out on the channel. Other than that, that's it from me today. So that's how you kick off your week on the channel. Very nice bands, new bands to the channel, a mishmash of stuff, modern stuff, older stuff, hardcore stuff, but all sounding right and tight. Just need a bit more bass in some of them, because you can't go too wrong with too much bass in this kind of music. But yeah, there you go. That's what I've got for you. We'll be putting stuff out the free queue unless someone skips a queue this week. If you want to skip the queue and get on the channel straight away, head over to the website, skip the queue and all that jazz. And other than that, we'll see you when we see you next. Hope you're having a good one. Cheers. Bye.